From America's heartland, this is GJRB, Clinton, Iowa.
Good afternoon. Hey, Mike on? Yeah, it's on. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome aboard. It's Gary Russen Program on GJRB Online. How you doing, everyone? It's another great Freestyle Friday edition of the Gary Russen Program here on GJRB Online. Got a great show lined up for you today. We're going to be talking a lot about some stuff. It's first show we've done in quite a long time. It's been the Freestyle edition. So we're just going to get started right now by, first of all, giving you the Gary J's news and comment. We're going to do that first, though, and let you know about that. But first, let's take a look at that Storm Track 8 weather forecast. And we're going to go to the National Weather Map for this, as the people out there in the South region enjoying a dry and cool day with high pressure infiltrating over the Arctic, but rain will be lingering there in South Texas and into the evening. Temperatures will be near or slightly above average for the day, with temperatures in the 50s and 60s for most of you down Texas. It will all dry out over the weekend, though, as rain moves into Florida. Staying high and dry for much of the region this weekend, and it's an early week before the Arctic front brings in some late showers on Tuesday and Wednesday. Much colder air is anticipated in the widespread of the southern plains in southeast by mid and late next week. For us here in the Midwest, though, we're going to get some cold weather right here in Clinton, Iowa. As a matter of fact, we have one more really good weekend with some really nice warm temperatures. Today expected to be 51 degrees. Temperatures tonight are only 44, and nighttime lows will be in the 40s, but we're going to get into the freezing marks by Monday. And that's because there's a pressure deepening off the northern New England coast, and it still will bring in some rain, or even snow showers to the eastern lakes and Appalachians today. There'll be a new front pushing into the northern plains and tracks toward lakes today with some rain showers near Canadian borders. Some snow will start to mix in, though. The rest of that region will be dry today. High temperatures today will be up to 10 degrees below average in the eastern lakes in the Ohio River Valley, but ahead of that, the next front will be warm as much as 10 to 20 degrees above average in the high plains. On the horizon, much colder Arctic air posing into front into the region next week, bringing the coldest air for this season. Next, the coldest air, with some accumulated snow may fall in northern plains and western Great Lakes next week. For you guys in the Northeast, it's going to be colder. We're catching up with some of those low pressures deepening in with some rain showers, which are changing to snow showers from the mountains of West Virginia and PA into northern New England today. And this is going to continue to be a storm, as this is a storm intensifying today, in the colder air working and accumulating some snow, which will fall in the mountains of Vermont, New Hampshire, all the way up into the northern Maine. Northern Maine is going to get hammered there. They're going to get up to 6 inches to a foot of snow. That's right, Maine. Anyway, the storm pulls away this weekend with a quite more chillier weather. And the weak system may also spark a few rain and snow showers. And that would be northern England on Sunday, but generally quiet most of the weekend. For the West, you guys are going to be dry and will continue to dominate that area. There's only exception of some light rain showers in the northern Rockies today, and there will be some snow in the higher, there'll be some snow in some high elevations. High temperatures today will only continue to run average for that region, and as much colder Arctic air mass is likely from Montana down to the Front Range and High Plains on Sunday into early next week. There will come in some colder air. Some of that rain showers are going to change quickly to snow with some minor, moderate accumulations in parts of Montana and Wyoming. And they've already had some snow. Just this past week, I believe it was. And so we're getting some of that. You're going to get some of that nasty snow down in Montana. Oh, you poor guys are going to get it. I don't know. Boy, oh boy. Anyway, that's what we've got coming up in the weather. And if you want to know your weather, just look at the Weather Channel at www.theweatherchannel.com. And go on their website and just put in your zip code. And you'll get it. That's simple. Your local temperature, your weather forecast, or watch the Weather Channel 24/7 on the Weather Channel indicated on your cable lineup. Just check the number, the Weather Channel. And this is Gary J's News and Comment on GJRB, part of the Gary Russen Program to get things started today. Starting off our story, well, you know the elections were this week, and boy, oh boy, what an interesting election. Wow. I'll tell you what, the Republicans took hold of the House, and some of the Democrats aren't too happy. Now, this is an update as of 2:59 Eastern Time. They had stuck in Senator Boehner, and he congratulated Mitch McConnell, and they're looking forward to working together over the next 3 years. Obviously, Republicans had a good night, though, and they deserve a lot of credit for running a good campaign. Now, what stands, though, with me is that the American people sent a message to expect that they will elect on purpose their ambitions not focus on their ambitions and not ours, and expect us to get the job done. Now, President offered winter updates as of the day this was written, so this is probably old stuff, but anyway, you know the story. If you watched the elections, if you voted, you know there are a lot of people who otherwise voted Democratic. They're not very happy that the Republicans took most of the night that night. But I gotta tell you, in my personal opinion, I think that it was great that this happened, because really the only thing that will change this country, the only thing that will bring more people to the polls, and more people to look at this, is to say, hey, I think it's time, if anybody gets things done, it's going to be the Republican Party. I'm looking at this as a positive thing, and not necessarily negative. Now, for all you Democrats will probably turn me off, and let's lose some listeners over this. But in the long run, I think that it's a good thing that this is happening, because we need better government in this country. And the only way to get better government is simply to change over politics. And I think that this is going to happen. I'm really looking forward to this to become a more interesting political year, and I'll continue to talk about it here on the Gary Russen Program on GJRB. And glad to be with me today, the Gary Russen Program on GJRB Online, and of course Garyj's News and Commentary. And I'm happy to spend the time with you this afternoon. Got more news and commentary after we take this break. Page 2 coming up.
On the next way out there, I have some stuff I didn't cover on Halloween, including rock and roll and the occult. And sometimes I kind of think, as a Christian, why did I listen to groups like Led Zeppelin? More strange but true stories, and a preview of the next edition of The Last 7 Days and More, on a special evening edition, way out there, Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central on GJRB. Swing Time is back this fall on GJRB. This time the spotlight shines on Harry James. A child of circus performers, he started showbiz early with a desire for music at the age of 6. His trumpet sounds were the most popular of the early 40s. Harry James story on Swing Time. Watch for it as a podcast uploaded Saturday, November 22nd on GJRB's public site on Spreaker. Swing Time on GJRB.
And you're listening to the Gary Russen Program on GJRB Online, and this is Garyj's News and Comment, getting things started today. In other news, an interesting story coming out of the Ukraine. Ukraine military accused Russia on Friday of sending a column of 32 tanks and truckload of troops into the country's east to support pro-Russian separatists fighting government forces. Thursday cross-border intelligence to inform the significant escalation into the conflict, which has killed more than 4,000 people since the separatists rose up in mid-April, and we're calling into question Russia's commitment to a more 2-month-old ceasefire deal. Truce looked into particularly fragile this week, for each side of the accusing the other of violation after separating elections last Sunday, condemned as illegitimate by the West. Now, quoting a briefing with Kiev, describing the column as 16 big artillery guns, military spokesman stated that the supplies of military equipment and enemy fighters from the Russian Federation is continuing, and he said that the Ukrainian soldiers have been killed over the past 24 hours, and Kiev has denied rebel charges in launching a new military offensive. So, wow. Yeah, I wonder if that's a war starting over there. I mean, they are really getting it. Now, President Vladimir Putin, summoned security chief on Thursday, described the deterioration situation by announcing some new moves afterward. Although Russia blames the crisis on Kiev and the West, NATO says there is overwhelming evidence that Russia has aided the rebels militarily in conflict and has also left Moscow's relations with the West in their lowest ebb since the Cold War. Wow. So you got to wonder about that. Now, recently Vladimir Putin had declared that it was World War III. Now, I haven't heard anything since then about this story, but I'm wondering what's going to happen in this situation, because we're looking at the Ukraine, and if it's going to get really escalating here, oh boy, be watching this one, that's for sure. We're going to talk about this later. It's a real scary one, exorcism. A child caught up in a porthole. We're going to talk about that tomorrow night. Way out there, because this is weird. It comes out of Gary, Indiana. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But we have a story about Brittany Maynard. Now, she's a young lady who is suffering brain cancer. She made a decision to do this, to do assisted suicide. She went to a point of leaving the state where it's prohibited and moving to a state that is, so she's able to do this. The story goes that the 29-year-old is a curable cancer, and that it's accelerated, opening itself to her family and criticism on this. And my matter of opinion this afternoon, and my question of the day here on the Gary Russen Program: what would you do in that situation? Would you do assisted suicide? Would you do that? Or would you decide that maybe I like to live for my kids? Would I like to live for the family and just, I mean, this is true. I mean, why do that? So I'm going to be talking about that throughout the afternoon, and we'll continue little by little, of course, because this is the Gary Russen Program. Even though it doesn't show it on my Spreaker, the Gary Russen Program, not only because my title bar on my episodes don't allow that much lettering, so I have to say it here. This is the Gary Russen Program 11714 Gary J's Music Comments. So I'll have more news along the way this afternoon with commentary. We do this because today is Friday, and that means it is time for the Gary Russen Program's Freestyle Friday edition, and that's coming up here in just